In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter MAIVIA. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawai Fatu MAIVIA wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter MAIVIA isn't simply one of the two principles behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. MAIVIA would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter MAIVIA was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, MAIVIA knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter MAIVIA also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter MAIVIA as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter MAIVIA, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal STEELE. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter MAIVIA, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. STEELE is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter MAIVIA properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody call the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match! Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal STEELE!
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man. And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George STEELE, Peter MAIVIA. Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds,
STEELE had better keep an eye on MAIVIA because MAIVIA is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready. MAIVIA carrying such pride into the ring. Very stark contrast to STEELE. We'll see which prevails tonight. High Chief Peter MAIVIA taking on George the Animal STEELE in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys. Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because MAIVIA is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of the contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one. Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain that. Peter MAIVIA very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo. And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the MAIVIA name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal. Momentum is all with MAIVIA now. And you can see STEELE is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. And he gets directed into the corner. Oh, the elbow connects. Oof. Oh, a knee. Lights out. Punch right in the head. Uh-oh. Oh, what a response. George the Animal STEELE is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler. And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal. But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter MAIVIA. And when you consider that MAIVIA is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation. Mistake made by STEELE. Ooh, right to the leg. Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief MAIVIA is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than STEELE. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here? Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about STEELE makes sense to someone as traditional as MAIVIA. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way. Attacking the knee. George the Animal STEELE might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief. In STEELE's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage. Well, MAIVIA is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. But able to counter out into an arm drag. Oh, ended up getting caught up in the air. Cover. Is it enough? An easy kick out there. Keeping a loss at bay for now. Close fist connects. So back and forth we go. Slugging it out toe-to-toe now. So much pride, so much resiliency on display. Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out. Oh, ouch. WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. MAIVIA has STEELE in his sights, looking to put the Animal down once. Peter MAIVIA has something brewing. Landing on the spine. Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter MAIVIA? Oh, not to the belly. Starting to ascend the steel cage. From the heavens, splash from the top. The Animal may be wounded prey at this point. The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt. When a man like Peter MAIVIA signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter MAIVIA knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, STEELE often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature. But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter MAIVIA will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Snapmare. Fist drop. Here he goes up the wall of the steel cage. Perched up top. Diving leg drop.
Oh, what a headbutt.
The High Chief Peter MAIVIA really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh yeah, MAIVIA is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification. Setting up again. Talk about dismantling your opponent. No way Steele's coming back from that. Looking to keep steady, keep balanced.
No more going up, seated at the top of the cage. And all he has to do is finish getting over the top of the cage, and he's home free.
You can almost taste it now. Having a problem lifting that other leg over.
And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter MAIVIA.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High